I've mixed my colors and mix the toner with them. I did have to add more Diox Purple to my violet because it was just way too red for me and it just looked like a deeper red violet. So I added more blue and more Diox Purple to my violet mix. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're making it. And so we're going to start out with extender. So let's put that on. I'm going to start out with the poinsettia. We'll start at the top of our spectrum, which is red. And the entire step 4 of this wreath will be painted the same way that we do the red right here. So I'm working the extender in. Before we started this, I hope you dried it and put glaze on, but I only put glaze on the leaves, not other places, because I still have a few graphite lines that I don't want to cover. So our first step then would be we're going to take it leaf by leaf, and looking at our diagram, we're going to start with our red, and I'm going to start with this leaf here. This is a red leaf, so I'm going to, and it's also a 3, so we know it's in the background. So I'm going to load my brush with the red, and then I'm going to put a base coat of that red on this leaf. Trying a different angle with my camera, hoping that maybe I don't shadow. And also, because this is such a large piece, it's a little bit hard not to shadow when I have to reach around on it. So try this and see how it goes. Okay, there's my base coat of the red. Alright. We also need to have medium white out on our palette. I didn't do that. So let me put that there. I'm going to do some brush mixing. Okay, so I've got my palette here, and I'm going to put it right next to me on the piece, and then I've got wax palette paper off to the side that I can use. And so we're going to pinch the excess paint out of our brush, not rinsing. Brush mix into the cooler color on the opposite side of the base color, and a dot of toner color. Now I've got my toner color over here with my grays, and I think, just to make it easier, I'm going to put some of it into my other palette that I'm working with. And then I don't have to open up anything separate. Okay, so I pinch wipe my brush, and we're going to brush mix the warmer hue that sits next to the base color toward the yellow. So for us, for this leaf, that would be the red-orange. So we'll brush mix a little bit of that. And I'm going to put it into a little bit of medium white also. And here's what I have on my brush. So I've got some of the red orange and some medium white on my brush. And I also put it in the toner. So there we go. Alright, I think I'm going to go a little more. So what we've done is we've warmed it and we've lightened by putting into the next warmer color, okay? And that's a brush mix. Now, I'm going to put this lighter, warmer value into the light area of my leaf, and then I'm going to blend it, okay? So I've got, let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So, going back to the diagram that we used, also we can now look at our first color pictures, and we're working on this leaf, so we see where our light goes. So I'm going to lay that in right here. Then I'm going to pick up my blender brush. You can use any mop brush you like, but I kind of like this blender brush. The blender brushes and the mini mops are my favorites. And I'm going to blend this in. Blend that transition. Now, in all my messing around getting everything ready, my surface got a little dry, so I'm going to tickle that with my extender brush and loosen that up again a little bit. And put on a little more of this light. And pull it out toward the center, and then I'm going to pounce it and blend that line away. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Don't worry much if some of your gray seems to be showing through, because we're going to do this twice for coverage. Right now we're just establishing all our lights and darks with our colors. Okay? So there's that first leaf. Now let's look on our diagram and find another leaf that's red. And this one right next to it, right here, is also a red and a 3. So let's go ahead and get this one. Pinch wiping my brush again. If your brush is still too light, go ahead and put it back into that main red color and pinch wipe it again, and that will neutralize all those lighter colors. So we're going to base coat. Let me make sure that it's wet enough. And you really do also kind of want to don't have big globs of this color on your brush. Just, enough for coverage, because you do want your grayscale to show through. I'm going to get used to painting here without picking up my canvas. So it may be a little awkward here at first. Again, let me take a look, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. Now I kind of got off a little bit into that next leaf, so I'm just going to take my extender brush and clean that up. Okay, clean enough. Alright,